citizenship, active citizenship, where people are fully aware of what happens in the country, where they are part of the process, where they are part of the decision making and all of that. And that way you can hold people accountable
for certain things.
Yes, if I have 100,000 in my bag, or if I have 100,000 in my account and I don't know that I have 100,000, even if someone steals from me, I will not know, because I don't know how much I have there. You know, it's only the bank that knows that I have 100,000 in my account, but I don't know that I have 100,000. So anybody can do anything with that account. If I go there and meet 50,000, I'll assume that that's what is supposed to be there.
Left there.
This is the same thing with governance. That's the same thing with people and citizens as well.
Absolutely.
What you don't know, you cannot question. So if you don't know anything about it, you do not question it. Now, we had a conversation about EFCC the other day, and one of the callers did mention the fact that someone is doing something right there, because we're seeing a lot of calling out. And I personally,
and it's never been like that before.
There's some level of proactivity in that sector
right now.
I know a lot of people call it a charade, call it whatever, but I mean, it's a step in the right direction. Where
that's what I see too.
Yes, where people are held accountable
for
their actions. Where people are held accountable for their actions, and this might just be the birth of a new Nigeria. Now,
I tell you,
some of our Salasi in particular always talks about, you know, the Nigerian air. Where's the Nigerian air? You know, the scandal around the air where they said Ethiopian airline the aircraft was being rented and painted as Nigerian Air. When it was launched, it was sent back. You know, it was a very disheartening story. It was a very disheartening conversation at that time, because we were looking forward to having Nigerian Air. Maybe we will now fly at cheaper rates. Maybe we will fly at, you know, more affordable rates, so that life can be easy for people. But when the Nigerians learned about the fraud in that sector, a lot of hearts broke, and I'm sure that we did express that right here on air. Now, to that effect, we see that EFCC has nabbed Sirica over the 8 billion naira fraud concerning this Nigerian Air as well. Now, he was taken yesterday into custody by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission over the ongoing probe of the botched Nigerian Air project. Now, apart from the project, he was also being grilled at the time of this report. Now, he was also being grilled last night over alleged conspiracy, abuse of office, diversion of public funds to the tune of about 80.6 billion naira, and contract inflation when he held sway at the Aviation Ministry. Now, this is what the credible sources says, that the former minister who was being quizzed at the Federal Capital Territory Command of the Anti-Graft Agency was taken to the Commission's office at about 12:55 on Tuesday, which was yesterday, by some operatives of the agency, and he was picked up in his Abuja's residence by the operatives of the Anti-Graft Agency. Now, he has been taken into custody and is meeting with other directives to explain how the fund to the tune of 8 billion was expanded in the ministry when he was minister. And this is what made me talk about accountability, holding people accountable. We're not calling you a thief, you know, but if you say you have spent this amount of money,
let's see how it went down.
Exactly.
Let's see how it was spent.
It's a normal process. But the moment people start to evade the law, people start to evade this question,
we cannot get better.
It looks like you have something to hide. That's why. And we saw that in the case of the ex-Kogi State governor, you know, trying to just
elope and
all of that. Now, also, EFCC invited not just Sirica, but in a related development, they're also planning to invite all the sacked directors who worked under the ministry,
at that time.
The minister in the Aviation Ministry at that time. Now, some sources said that the trouble started with the directors following several petitions submitted by stakeholders, especially some aviation unions and civil society organizations calling for the probe of the sector after the failed national carrier. So, yes, it's okay to question the head, but also it's possible that the head might not be fully
in charge, because definitely every office have other members, other people that makes up the complete office. So it is necessary that every other person also be questioned, so that they can have a credible accountability as to what happened.
So if you say,
if the minister is going to say, okay, we did this one, Holy Ray was aware, Holy Ray have to give an account for that and all of that.
Exactly. Now moving on.
So it's a good one.
Yeah, still on the EFCC, because a lot of calling out is happening, right in that sector.
I like what they are doing recently.
Yes. Now Ola Olukoyede, who is the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, he vowed to see the prosecution of former Kogi State Governor,
ex-governor.
Yes, to a logical conclusion. And he says he would resign if Yahya Bello is not prosecuted. Now, he had a chat with journalists at the EFCC headquarters yesterday here in Abuja, and he also swore that those who obstructed officials of the commission from arresting the ex-governor would be prosecuted. In his words, if I don't personally oversee the completion of the investigation regarding Yahya Bello, I will tender my resignation as the EFCC chair. Now, he was explaining why his agency decided to arrest the immediate past governor of the Kogi state, and he said he invited him several times, but he didn't honor the invitation. This is the reason.
Now, do you know why? I was actually thinking about it, that how all of a sudden all we just hear is that they went to arrest him or something, and he's nowhere to be found. So definitely there's been something going on. There've been series of invitations that he flaunted.
All right.
Okay.
That's why he's being called out like that. Now, yesterday we also did talk about the proposition. Is it not a proposition? Anyways, the federal government saying that they were going to put a benchmark of 18 years
into universities
institution. So now the Minister of Education, he stated that that 18 years benchmark aligns with the structure of the 6334 educational system. Now it says the minimum age of entry into university is 18, but we have seen students who are 15, 16 years old going into the entrance examination. He said parents should be encouraged not to push their words too much. Mostly it is the pressure of parents that is causing whatever it is that he said. But again, just to corroborate or to agree with what that sector has said, the ASU supports the federal government's decision. They have tendered their support, or they have expressed their support to the federal government regarding the settling the minimum age of university admission to 18 years. Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, who is the president of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, expressed approval of the federal government proposition, considering it a positive step.
Of course it is. I feel is a step in the right direction, because yesterday we also saw it on news how he elaborates and expatiated that a lot of evils and abnormal attitude that is portrayed in schools, especially in the higher tertiary institutions in Nigeria, is seen to be those teenage of that early age of 18 to about 21 years. So he feels that the right thing to be done is to see how he can cope the issue of admission, so that at least when you're up to 18 years, it means you have the capacity to be able to handle whatever you see in the higher institution.
So you were not here yesterday, Holyray, when we had this conversation. So let me ask you now, do you think that benchmark, you think it's okay? And do you think that when they become 18 years and get into tertiary institution, do you think they would not still be exposed to things like that?
They will still be exposed to things like that, because at this point it has to do with the child's upbringing and individual.
Exactly. So why 18 years benchmark when people can go earlier than 18?
Yeah, because a lot of people even finish primary school before the age of 15. So there's no way a child is going to wrap up school at 15, and then you keep this child till 18 years before the child can now get admission into tertiary institutions or higher institution, universities and all of that. So at this point, I think number one, it has to do with the child's upbringing, and then secondly, it has to do with the child determination himself.
And that has nothing to do with age
at all. It has something to do with age.
Anyways, let's keep up this conversation here. It's the General Open Banter. The phone lines will be open right about now on 09073530044 or 09087668888. You can also send us your thoughts on WhatsApp on 09097054450. Let's get your thoughts on all the stories that we have lined up already for today. Let's hear you guys. Let's keep it coming through, because it's a General Open Banters, and it is a conversational segment where we get to hear your point of view on things. Again, I'll read out the number 09073530044 or 09087668888. If you're having difficulties connecting with us on any one of these numbers, please do well to leave us a message on WhatsApp on 09097054450. Let's hear you. What's going on with you right about? What are you guys doing? Anyways, guys, they're trying to help you guys be better. So just
have a better reception from here.
Yeah, just hold on a little bit if you're trying and it's not working out. Do well to leave us a message on WhatsApp, and then we would respond to that conversation. But whatever the case is, I think these things are very necessary. If there are breaches or hitches in a particular area where you have been, put to serve, it is only okay that you're called, to held accountable
to give an account
of
what you had done, how you'd use the phone, and all of that.
Okay,
thank you.
So let's see. Why are you saying thank you? Let's hear you guys. Is it working now? Can they call in? All right, you guys, 09073530044 or 09087668888. These are the numbers to call. Why are the phone lines not beeping yet? Anyways,
that's what we are fixing. And at this point, I think we're done fixing the phone lines. So keep your calls coming through. And if you are having troubles getting across via the phone numbers, please send us a voice note or a text message to the WhatsApp number on 09097054450
or 09087668888. I think it's very active now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mata.
Yes, welcome and thanks for joining us on the show.
Yes, good morning to your colleague.
All right, let's hear you.
My name is GB.
GB, is good to have you. Talk to us.
Yes. You see, the media trial that EFCC is engaging is not really helping them.
Okay.
This media trial, to me, is to make them the accuser, the trial, and make the journalists and the public the judge.
Okay.
And people already judging their statement. Social amount of 8 billion naira. This and that. Let me tell you, I want the EFCC chairman to talk less and put lot of action. Prevention.
Okay.
EFCC has lost many cases in the recent times.
Okay.
This week, they lost the case against the former DG of the matter. The same thing with media trial. 800 billion naira squander, launder, this and that. 2 weeks, the last week, it was Adoke. Adoke, a lot of drama for over 10 years. A lot of things they brought up. They lost the case.
Are you there, GB? Oh no, I don't know why that is ceasing, but please do call us back. Let's keep up hearing. He says that EFCC should refrain from media trials. That is putting for everything out there, their investigative process. But again, they confuse me sometimes, or we confuse each other sometimes. You're like, let us know what is happening that we can know, so that we are aware. Now they make you aware, and you're like, stop media trials. What do you guys really want? Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mata.
Good morning.
Salasi, good morning to you.
How are you doing?
Good morning, Salasi. Thanks for joining us.
Why couldn't AFCC accuse me of stealing public funds? Because I do nothing. We are talking of somebody people are saying Hadi Sirika. Hadi Sirika didn't defraud Nigeria. Do you remember Nigerian Air? Some people, even some callers of this radio, we are calling saying, hey, yes, he's doing the best thing. Even if he launch the next day and they are going out of office, and all was fraud. Just see how they deceive Nigerians. So in fact, they deceive the supporters. Because they can't deceive me. Because we know that you can't launch an aircraft with only one aircraft. Look at Ebon Air. How many aircraft Ebon Air has? Now they have been getting awards of good service for 3 consecutive years because of their good work, because of their service to humanity. This man was deceive Nigerians because his uncle or his brother or his president or the person that they come from the same state was in power. He just go and hire aircraft that was settling between Mogadishu and Ethiopia. He brings it to Nigeria. In no less than 12 hours, that aircraft disappeared. Now they are inviting him to come. They say EFCC should talk. In fact, I appreciate when this EFCC man is talking.
Thank you.
Because he said, I will resign if this and this doesn't happen. Because that's the kind of person that he knows the kind of person he is. He is not going to bend to anybody. Even if he sees the aspect of compromise, I quite believe he will put his paper and go. Look at the level of corruption. Look at what corruption has done to us in this country. Look at Nigerians that have oil, that have crude, that have everything. Look at how people are suffering for fuel. Even at the higher price, people are buying fuel. They say, hey, don't go to the refinery. Yeah, as soon as it comes, everything will be over. Tell me now, are people not suffering? Do you know how many people park their cars? Many people park their cars because they can't be able afford to fuel their vehicle anymore. We are in this country. We have everything. They say, hey, Nigeria, we are subsidizing for other neighboring countries. And some people are benefit. Can't the government go after those people? Is the government afraid of the people that are making Nigerians to be losing their lives, losing their jobs, living their livelihood every day? They say, hey, we subsidize for the neighboring country. Did you have immigration? Did you have customs that will go in the night and be breaking people's shops to be passing foreign rights? What are the costs of doing? Even the former Controller General of Customs said that amount of fuel claiming that Nigeria are consuming was a fraud. He said it will take Nigeria to take 1,000 trucks every day from the shore of Lagos to other parts of the country. He said he disagreed with that. Even when the people were supporting the Buhari, they were saying, Buhari is doing the right thing. So who do you ever do the wrong thing? Should come and answer. Hadi Seneca should answer. Where is that aircraft? He should bring in the aircraft.
All
and
right.
how much did he spend? Over 3 billion. His younger brother that has no company, they got 3 billion in our account. See how people support him.
All right.
Some people are blindfolded. No matter how it happens, they keep supporting. Even if it's the well of hell, they will support to enter the health of hell.
Thank you. Please make it short
Thank
so
you,
that we
thank
can
you,
attend
thank
to
you,
other
Salasi.
calls.
Thank
We
you
also
for that
have other
contribution.
calls.
Let's move on. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, Matamata.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome and thanks for joining us on the show.
Good morning. Hello.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Yeah, this is Comrade Haruna on the line.
Hi, comrade. How you
Good
doing
morning.
today?
I'm fine, no, I'm fine. Nigeria issue. Good morning to Salasi, my big brother over there.
All right.
Issue of this Erika is even long overdue for it. For EFCC to arrest him and charge him to court. Because that is a deception. What he did is what we call deception. Because, in fact, if you look at the beginning of where the history, the genesis of the issue of that aircraft, the logo of that Nigerian Airway, do you know how much was spent to design just a logo? That one we made the noise. Oh, another thing came. We forgot about that one. Now, because EFCC called him for questioning and come and explain this thing, people are attaching sentiment and emotion to that. See, this is Nigeria. We are talking about Nigeria. We are not talking about individual. Because meant for something has been diverted. Look at the issue of sorry, I'm digressing. Issue of Yaya Bello and the EFCC chairman. When the man gave him a soft landing, personally he called, which he did not even supposed to call the former governor of Kogi. He used his phone to call him and say, "Sir, you have questions to answer. Come down to my office." What was his response? That there's a journalist that she has been waiting for him with over 300 journalists waiting for him. If he come there, she will embarrass him. Follow, okay, come, we will give you a VIP treatment. He said, "No, can you come to my village and interview me?" Wow. Just imagine to that, what he's saying. So the truth of the matter, we must keep sentiment aside and stick to the issue so that we can stop others from thinking that if you are given a position or a portfolio, it's not meant for you to siphon money. It's meant for you to come and serve the nation. It's only in Nigeria, if they give you any position, you will see people organizing parties, celebrating, because they know that national cake is coming. We have to stop that attitude and let us keep sentiment aside and start telling ourselves the truth. Let him come and explain the 8 billion matter. People don't even the way people are stealing money now. They are not even looking at millions again. It's billions. I'm telling you.
Thanks for your contribution.
We hope that it just gets better. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, comrade, for that contribution there. It scares me too, because we gradually moved from where we're talking about thousands being embezzled to hundreds
millions,
of thousands,
it's now
billions, and now it's billions. It's been billions in the last 2 months.
Hello.
This is GB calling. I don't know what happened to the network that time.
All right,
okay, thank you, GB.
Like I was saying, I'm still insisting. EFCC should do less of media trial.
Okay.
I do expect the chairman coming and saying, I called him and invited him. That's not the proper channel.
Okay.
The party is going to write officially. Let him show the letter he wrote to fire to what you call it, the former governor could be officially inviting him. I mean, it's embarrassing himself. I said I called him and I said I'll give him VIP treatment. Officially, have they invited? Let's show that letter. Then saying that if not prosecuted, he will resign his position. That does not carry me. That you just stand by. I want him to say that if I don't send him to jail, I will resign my position. Because it's not about prosecution, it's about having enough evidence. It's about having iron cast evidence in court. I told you, I said the MD of Nimata was released on Tuesday or Monday by court after many years. Advocate was released by court, said no enough evidence, you can verify it. And I'll count for you. They come on radio and television and be giving that if I don't prosecute him, I will resign. No. If you don't win the case, you will resign. That's what we want to say. It's not the street, don't want something. Let me tell you, I don't have any family or any relation with any of those people. The EFCC have not done the right thing. The case in court, let EFCC vacated it. And vacated it. Now, the court has given them to serve the lawyer. Now the governor will have gotten the service to his lawyer. He will attend in court. That means you can't arrest him again. You can only arrest him if not honor court. It is court now that will say, court will now go and arrest him. Court says service, like they have received the service. So yes, it has no right now to go and waylay him or stay in his house. It's now the court that will sanction Yadelu or order for his arrest if not appear in court.
All right. So, GB, hold on. In an instance where someone is being invited, because we have seen this as a normal process, even the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, the present, the past, the suspended rather, the past, and then whichever, I think it was execution or something. These three people, even just in their own case, they were all invited for questioning. They honored that invitation
and came.
It's a normal process with the EFCC, but in an instance.
Were they invited orally? They were written to. Let them to show the letter they are written to Yaya Bello. I'm talking on national radio. Let them show the letter.
All right.
You don't go and invite somebody on phone and say, come to my office. It's not good.
All right. Thank you so much.
I'm not related to him. Let them do the right thing as a control agency.
All right. I hear you, GB. Thank you so much. We do hear you and we understand the point. Professionalism. You know, there are things that you don't communicate with word of mouth. You need to go through the right channels. So we hear you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my dear sister Martha.
Hi, Ami. Where have you been?
Yes, I was away for just 2 weeks.
Okay. So you went to celebrate Salah and you remained there?
Not really. It was just an official engagement.
All right.
Oh, okay.
It's good to have you back on radio. So let's hear you.
I wish your colleague today.
All right.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Elami.
Yes. Thank you. Martha, I don't understand what is formal education and informal education. Formal governors were also invited in the same way.
Yeah.
Former ministers and they honor the invitation. So the EFCC chairman held a press conference to brief us as to the efforts that have been made so far. Yaya Bello has not come out and denied that they did not invite him through the right channel.
Yeah.
His counsel, the senior advocate of Nigeria, has also not come out to confirm that his client was, not properly invited. I think we should be circumspect. I beg of us. This case, I'm taking it personal because it involves my state commonwealth over 80 billion.
Yeah.
The revelation of the EFCC chairman that he paid out $720,000 in advance for his child fees from the state government force. So this might not really make sense to you because you are not from Kogi State. I'm a big Yaya Bello fan, and I have been saying that never shy away from my livelihood as children. I've been saying since Abubakar out the left, Yaya Bello is the best governor that we have. So when it comes to issue of corruption allegation, for God's sake, a clear conscience, fear no accusation.
Exactly.
I remember the winner of the Ano of Anambra. The moment he completed his tenure, the next day he was at TFCC. He was there for a few hours a day, and he was released on bail. You have a lot, countless of them who have more political growth than Yaya Bello. So, and this, in conclusion, TFCC, the police, the presidency, they should stop messing with us, please. If it was to be an everyday Nigeria, we saw how they are going into hotels, busting hotels, and taking Yahoo boys. Why are they not giving Yahoo boys education? When they start them up at the end of the day, more than 50% of the people that were arrested, they eventually confirm themselves that they are innocent. So, for what law, what administrative law, what justice act, is act that empowers, that encourages you to give a politician education for an alleged Yahoo boy scammer, you break, you destroy the door in the midnight when everyone is asleep, everyone spirit are asleep. You break, you force, destroy the property to arrest them. And we are talking about education. We are talking on the right channel, the proper channel. They should stop messing with us. They know where Yaya Bello is. They should go and pick him up.
All right.
They should stop messing with us. They should go and pick him up from outside. You see what I'm It should be something. It is duty. It should report every guy and take the other prices that comes with every public fund. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Alaming. From there, I think you summarized everything by saying a clear conscience fears no accusation whatsoever. Because this dilly-dallying only proves that there's something there to hide. And that might just be the case right here. But let's keep it coming through. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Quickly, you have to do this quickly so that we can have other people contribute.
Okay. Your program is called Open Banter.
Yeah.
It's a banter. So I want to counter that GB saying there's no formal
invitation
letter to him. The essence of letter is to tell him, sir, we need your attention. And it was being communicated via phone. So we need your attention in the office. Come and defend what an allegation. So serving him letter, making that call is another means of serving that letter to him. So please, if you are not from Kogi, leave Kogi matter for us.
But Kogi is in Nigeria.
Of course, it's in Nigeria. And also at this point, we don't know for sure if it was verbally or it was written.
It's a Kogi issue. Leave it for us.
Kogi is Nigeria.
All right.
Our people are suffering.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyways, you guys are personalizing the state. Kogi is Nigeria, so I guess it concerns everybody, especially because it's public funds.
Yes.
It's not that money or those money.
It was not a personal money.
It was not generated by Kogi State
at all.
Federal government. So I guess that explains why a lot of people will be talking about it. Yes.
Good morning.
Welcome and thanks for joining us.
This is Network calling.
Hi, Network.
Good morning.
Yeah, how are you?
Amazing.
All right, keep up. Let's hear you.
Work over there.
Work is great.
Fine. Work is fine.
Yeah. You see, it's quite very unfortunate that our public orders are not responsible. Let me just use that word. Because if they are, and if they are so conscious of what they are doing, the agency who have been saddled with the responsibility to checkmate them in what they are doing, by the time you see their invitation, either verbally or through writing, you shouldn't be scared to honor the invitation no matter what happens.
All right.
So I want to believe Yaya Bello knows what he's doing and is afraid. And that is why he goes around making notice that maybe if he goes there, he's going to be arrested. He should appear, get himself as every other person, like the Senate President, who was the governor of Kwabum State, Gosil Akpabio, respected himself and honored it and appeared there. So why would him appear to the FCC to answer questions, no matter how he was invited? That's just the point. A white lion that he claims to be should not be afraid of anything. So let him, wherever he is, should answer the call and appear to answer the allegation that has been alleged to him.
All right.
It's quite very unfortunate. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, the issue here, if the issue for Yahya Bello is the communication, or how it was being invited, he would have said it outrightly. Like, if you want me to come over to EFCC, you need to send me an official letter. And I'm sure that the EFCC will not decline such a request because it will be hindering their investigative process. Hello, good morning.
Speaker.
Hello,
good morning.
Hello, good morning, Madam Speaker.
Good morning.
Can we just be doing it in 30 seconds? Hello, Olajide, good morning to you. Welcome and thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you so much. Olajide from Wuse.
All right, good to have you.
You can see the level where we find ourselves as a nation. 8 billion naira, 8 billion. 8 billion. I can tell you that for that man to have spent good 8 years, if everything is checked properly, the man would have gone away with more than 300 billion of that state money. That is the one they were pursuing. What of other states that nobody is hearing about them? Kaduna State, I could remember. About 6 months to go, that state government borrowed $800 million. $800 million. Lagos State borrowed more than 1 million, close to $1 billion. So other states like that, and there's nothing to show for it. That is why it's always pain me to the marrow when people don't talk about the states. I don't say the development of this nation will come from states.
Of course.
Because the money going to state is not a joke. Okay, if Akwa Ibom State can have about 6, 7, 8 aircrafts, what stop Delta State having about 2, 3 ferries? What stop Lagos State having running aircraft in hundreds? Until we channel our energy to states. If not, Nigeria will remain where we are, undeveloped. Because billions are going to stay. And we just pretend as if we don't know. We're only looking at federal government, whereby it's 1/37. The remaining 37, nobody talks about it.
36.
Look at the money going to local governments. Nobody talks about it. And I don't say it. If we have about 5 states under a region, about 5 or 6 states under a region, and we could not develop, how will that region develop when it is merged together to be administered by one person?
Anyways, quickly round up that so that we can head out.
Are you getting it now?
Yes.
So we need to put and focus our attention to state, especially when it comes to governorship.
Okay.
Look at the way we disperse energy on presidential, and at state level nobody goes there. You discover that the people that voted the governor are less than 100,000 people, and we have in a state about 5-6 million people, because we decided not to. The most important aspect of our development of a nation, we neglected it. We are focusing on what is not important. I pray when election is coming, I will continue to say it. Let us all, especially the callers, let's find a political party. The way we are dispersing energy on calling here, maybe if we disperse that source energy in our political party, when doing the primary, maybe things will be better.
All right.
Thank you.
We're going to have to end it there.
For the matter, the speaker.
God bless you, Olajide. Thank you very much. And I had to end it right there because it's the same thing we talk about here week in, week out. You cannot complain about something that you're not actively involved in. So maybe when we put all our energy into identifying with some of these parties, so that the kind of change we want to see, we keep reiterating it there until we actually see these things happen. Our time is fast spent. We have about 3 minutes, but yes, let's take a few messages. This one says, good morning, Martha. Thank you for the privilege. Thank you. He says, EFCC to corrupt leaders, let him restore the image of that institution by making sure that his word comes to light. They should go to prison and join some Nigeria that still only chicken is found guilty. They have done more harm than good for this country and our future. Nothing lasts forever. The white lion is weak now. Power is no more. We will get it right one day. God bless Nigeria. This is Triple D from Waru. And this one from James. Hi, James. He says, good morning, Martha. This is James from Suleja. I have stated it time and again that these people talk too much. The EFCC is a federal government agency with all its federal might. I'm wondering why the EFCC is busy with a back and forth on inviting or not inviting Yahaya Bello. Now that he has dishonored the invitation, what's the next thing? This is someone who doesn't have any more immunity. We saw how the EFCC broke into the home of Rochas and arrested him. We saw how the DSS broke into the office of Chief Justice Onogehe back then to arrest him. As for the person saying Bello did well as a governor, like I always say, posterity will judge us. We are grappling with the Naira nosediving against the dollar, and we attack the ordinary Nigerians for it while these politicians freely access and move hefty sums. This is James. Thank you so much, James, for your contribution. This one says, good morning, Martha and Holy Ray.
Morning.
This is Mr. Uche from Abuja. We should commend the EFCC for being alive to their duties. The story of the launch of the Nigerian Air and the controversies that ensued are in the public domain. Hadi Sirika, the former aviation minister, stands innocent until proved guilty or proven guilty by the competent court. Exactly. Alleged media trial is a non-issue. Yahaya Bello, the former governor of Kogi State, should do himself a world of good by turning himself in instead of being in hiding. Every public office holder is expected to be transparent and should not be afraid to give account of their stewardship. Transparently transparent. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who is a part of the conversation. Sadly, we'll not be able to take any more of these calls, but we're moving on to the next hour where we'll be talking agriculture there. That's part of nation building. Okay, it's not only politics. So let's meet at that hour.